Hello there, Codemaker4 here. Today we're taking ChatGPT from OpenAI for a quick test. And let's just say I'm very impressed. Can you create a JSON post request for a server? Just make up some random data. This was inspired by something LiveOverflow posted. But I pose some more challenging questions, let's say. But we begin simple. Create a JSON post request for a server. Just make up some random data. Flawless. Absolutely well done. User ID, random, John Doe.example.com, very consistent. URL, API, v1. This is just awesome. Can you convert it to XML? I'm referring to what the AI made earlier. This is also very impressive, and it just makes nice XML. Can you change the name to William? Also update the email accordingly. Sure. Here's an updated version of the JSON request with the name and email changed to William and WilliamExample.com respectively. That's an awesome job. Username is not capitalized, I do now realize. A slight inconsistency there, but just well done overall. Note that it sends both the JSON and the XML, because I technically asked for both. The user ID has to be a UUID. Can you generate one? Yes. And then it says stuff about the UUID, what it is, creates some Python code that actually works, generates a UUID that's actually a UUID. I really doubt that they actually ran this Python code in a server. I really think that this UUID was generated by the AI. And it uses that exact same UUID, also in the XML, still william.example.com. Add an XSS payload. It's a cross-site scripting, that's a kind of hacking. Actually, I don't even need to explain it, the AI does it for me. Type of security vulnerability, this is very correct. Both the JSON, which is correct, and the XML. It didn't use quotation marks around here. I'm actually not sure if it's necessary, but it just asked for it. In the XML, the username needs to be in quotation marks. And it says, yeah, you're correct that in the XML, the username needs to be surrounded by quotation marks. Again, I'm not sure if this is actually correct. In both cases, this is a very interesting answer. Because it either admits its own mistake or interprets my text as a fact without questioning it. So please, if you know more about how XML actually works, put it in the comments. Can you generate a new user ID? Note, it's been using the same user ID ever since I've asked for one. It didn't re-randomize it, which is, again, totally fine, totally awesome. But I'm just challenging it a bit here. And it generates the same Python code. Yes, as mentioned earlier, but it repeats it, but it knows it's repeating stuff. Generates a new UUID. It uses this UUID consistently in both the XML and the JSON, both in the JSON and in the XML. With the new XSS, with the quotation marks. So it's really good at remembering what it has been saying before. Okay, now the real challenge. Make a Python script that saves many XML post requests to a file, randomizing the UUID every time. And this is just very well done. However, in the output file, it takes these indents. So I ask, the output file has lots of indents. Can you modify the program such as those indents are no longer generated? Does that, but now everything is just on one long line. And it says that it's without any indentation or line breaks, which again, I didn't really ask for this. So I just ask, can you add the line breaks to it? And it does that, adds the \n, even explains how it works, as always with this code. I love that it explains how it works. It's just like being a total nerd, I know how this works. So yeah, that's perfect. Thanks for helping me out. I was actually kind of fearing that it would put the entire code in here again. No, it's just, this is just so flawless. Again, the only thing I can complain about is that John Doe Guess it should be capitalized in the username and not in the email. But again, that's an opinion. I love how it just says user ID is a number. That's, again, a very good opinion of an example. I'd say it needs to be a UUID. Generates a UUID. Notice a UUID is a string, but puts quotation marks around it in the JSON. Again, I'm not sure if it's actually needed in XML. I know it's not needed in this case. But I feel like that if you're adding a script tag, that you probably should add some sort of character breaking in there. Because otherwise the script is just going to be part of the XML. Again, I'm not sure how this works. Please leave a comment. The future is here, people. So note that this is still, of course, experimental. Pausa was lucky that this is all flawless. But they're still asking for feedback, so make sure to like, dislike these answers. I'm CodeMaker4. Bye. Join the Discord server, by the way.